So Layer 8 Training is a what I like to call a boutique technical training provider. So we offer authorized training for a few software solutions, in particular Citrix,
Mhm.
Veeam, Checkpoint, and Nutanix. And because we're highly specialized, we we're able to retain customers, and our instructors are able to dive deep into those solutions and become experts. So yeah, so we're a very highly specialized authorized training provider for those various products. Absolutely. So Layer 8 was founded in 2008. So we've been around for a while, and we've experimented with a lot of different lead generation activities, including hiring sales reps, having a full-time marketing department that does like digital marketing and social media. And we've just we've always had challenges with either like a lack of expertise or like hiring someone that isn't familiar with our industry, because we have a very niche
Mm.
industry. So it's hard to find lead generators and marketing personnel that actually have experience in our industry. And then typically they have a very specific skill set, right? So some like someone that's really good at digital email marketing might not do very well with like social media marketing, or maybe they're also like maybe they're really good with the look and feel and the graphics,
Mhm.
but they're not on point with the messaging, right?
Yeah.
So over the years, it's just been really frustrating to find um someone that's just like a perfect fit and that can handle multiple disciplines. So I kind of feel like if we hire someone that's good at email marketing, uh we have a gap with something else, right? And
Yeah.
so that really led us to start looking for um, a firm that had expertise in a lot of different categories, and without having to hire 4 or 5 full-time employees, right?
Yeah.
And spending the time to ramp them up and hoping that they're a good fit, that it just becomes very expensive and very time consuming. I've been honestly blown away by how quickly the uh the onboarding process took with the Callbox team. In fact, whenever I have to explain to a third party, okay, this is what Layer 8 does,
Mhm.
sometimes I get blank stares, right? Because
Yeah.
it's if you're familiar with the technical training industry, um, then you get it, right? You understand what we do. But if if you're not really involved in our industry, and you've done like other types of technical service provider type of businesses and work, it's just the messaging is very niche,
Yeah.
and to the point where even when I would hire someone, because I have over 20 years experience doing this, I felt like I was always responsible for the messaging. Like I couldn't really trust someone else to come up with effective messaging. Um, and so what I've been blown away with your team is like in a matter of like months, Callbox has become an expert in the layer 8 business
Oh,
and our industry. Like from writing blog posts to effective LinkedIn messages, and email campaigns that clearly communicate what our value proposition is without me having to come up with the messaging myself and handing it over to you. So yeah, I don't know how you do it, but Callbox was just a quick study, and I honestly I always compliment the Callbox team on that because you know, I've hired people and it's taken them over a year to really get it and to really ramp up on what our value proposition is. What I really have liked the most about the lead generation strategy is for years we've relied on email marketing.
mhm,
Um, and for the most part, we've been marketing to existing customers. So it's been hard for us to hook net new customers unless they're referred to us by the vendor or by
yeah,
one of our partners that we work with. And the Callbox has been very effective um generating leads through LinkedIn activities and through messaging directly with LinkedIn contacts.
mhm,
And it turns out, like in our business, sometimes it turns out that it's a small world and they're finding new contacts that have actually worked with customers that we've done business with before, but the contact is new, right? And
yeah,
so they're pretty much doing that all on their own. They've also generated some leads for us that have turned into much bigger opportunities than just like a transactional training seat. And again, that was just kind of due to how they engaged in those initial conversations and somehow came across as an experienced representative of layer 8, right?
yeah,
And so yeah, I mean, we really have Callbox as almost like a turnkey, what I like to call more of like almost more like a full service marketing firm
mhm,
because you're managing our SEO for our website. You're doing social media campaigns, you're doing email campaigns, you're generating new lead lists for us. You're doing cold calling. Um, you have content creators. And so it honestly it's kind of like I would have had to hire 7 experts to do everything that Callbox is doing under one contract, right? And
yeah.
so yeah, it's been very impressive. One thing that you learn in sales over the years is the more you're focused on outbound, you actually start to generate more inbound, right?
Mhm,
Because you're touching more people. And so as your outreach grows, your inbound starts to grow and increase. And so the timing has actually been it was intentional, but we we launched a new website
Mm,
right before we engaged with Callbox. And however, the firm that we hired for our website, we weren't really looking to them to be like SEO experts. We
mm,
kind of just wanted to get the new look and feel set up. And part of our process of that led us to Callbox was we were actually not just looking for a firm for outbound lead generation, but we were also going to have to work with two different firms to get that. But it turns out that that was actually part of your the services that you provide and your value add. And so I think like what we're seeing is as you guys focus on the outbound activities, um, and we get more hits on our website, and our website is optimized, and also like our SEO is optimized, we're getting more better organic results for layer 8 training. And uh, a lot of our referral links have increased in traffic because again, I think it's all that outbound activity is coming back to us with more inbound, if that makes sense. Yeah, and I think when you have like a nice like like really nice branding and a website that's fully optimized, like it makes that outbound activity easier, right?
yeah.
Because it's more impressive, right? The face of your company is more impressive and it looks professional and it feels professional and it really legitimizes your outbound efforts. So I think it's all, it's all part of the same picture. I think that it has really legitimized our brand. Um, I think because we've been presented as such a boutique company, um, that when I say you've helped legitimize us, I think like like our following has grown on LinkedIn. Um, our messaging and branding and look and feel on LinkedIn really looks good, right? It looks professional. It looks like we know what we're doing. And so I think it's helping with our overall reputation. So like sometimes it's really hard to put your finger on the tangible return on investment, right? Because
Yeah.
sometimes you just look at that as, oh, how many leads did we get and how many of those closed and turned into revenue? But the bigger picture of this is kind of what it's doing for our brand and how it's legitimizing our brand. And so that's really hard to put a number on, but over time, the upside of that is huge, right?
Yeah.
And so yeah, I think that's definitely something that stands out to me. And just like in general, besides all of that, is how how you engage with us. Um, I honestly, I couldn't be more impressed with with the team and the professionalism, the enthusiasm, like when we have a win, you guys take it personally. Like you're
Oh,
so enthusiastic about it and it's genuine, right? And we'll be on a Zoom call with you, like, we have weekly Zoom calls to do like status reports on the lead generation and the SEO reports and all of that. And there's times when you have a team of 8 people on the
Yeah.
call. Like it, and and each person has a highly defined role. And I feel like I have 8 people that work for layer 8, and
Yeah.
so I think that part of it, like, what people would be really surprised at the value that they're getting when they engage with Callbox. And I tell everybody about you guys because I wish that we would have engaged Callbox 5 years ago,
Just like,
right?
yeah.
And so anyway, it's been a really good experience working with you. I try to compliment them whenever I can because I really do appreciate how hard they work, and I can just tell that they're so invested in our success, right? It's like it feels more than just a job to them. And he kind of keeps everyone on task, and I feel like he is my advocate with Callbox, like he's keeping everyone on task so I don't have to. And he like I feel like he cares just as much as I do about our growth and our success. And yeah, and then honestly, I've just been really impressed with I've probably already said this, but just how quickly the team has ramped up on learning about our industry and the solutions that we provide, and are able to communicate that effectively without me having to hold their hand. And so that's yeah, it's been great. I feel like I really don't even have to manage the relationship. It's just kind of rolling now. And James is so on top of it that I can just focus on my job, which is great.